It's unbelievable. But if you have a Spitfire on your shelf, you must need a measurement to go with it. Now this again is another Sonik RC special, repainted by me in Romanian markings to be different. As this looks like a BF109E, I went for a Romanian scheme. These are Airfix 1/24 transfers, and they seem to fit rather well. Again, this plane uses a rather nice, as you saw in the other video, 4-channel setup on 2.4 GHz, and again uses a Diddy 1-cell LiPo. Again, you can charge these on a computer. It takes about 45 minutes, and on the measurement I get about 8 minutes flying time. It's a lot slower, and it seems a bit more draggier than the Spitfire. I don't know why. It seems a little bit more difficult. Again, she's not quite scale. It's close. It's very close. It's not quite scale. So your battery goes right to the front. Lovely little setup there. This one is painted using, again, Umbral acrylic paints. Same as building a big old Airfix kit from back in the day, which I'm used to since I'm used to painting the camos. Again, the measurement on aerobatic mode is pointless. The roll rate is terrible, and it just basically wants to dive into the ground, and it doesn't loop at all. Other than that, it flies again like the Spitfire, superb, albeit nowhere near as agile. It's very lazy on the controls. I mean, you're not full stick like this. If you just fly it normally, as in hobby grade, it's very nice, but it's really heavy on the sticks. I suppose, like the real one, they say it was really heavy on the sticks. All I have to do on this one is a slight bit of nose weight, but not much. No adjusting the control rods. You see those little rods there, you can crimp to basically trim the aircraft, because on the transmitter it doesn't do squat. It makes a lot of beeping noises, but it doesn't do anything. And you see on the Spitfire, I've actually, there we go, crimped it in quite far to get it to fly. But that's for the measurements. I've got 2 of these again. This is the first one. It's had about 20 flights now. Love it, love it. Not a patch on the Spitfire. That is a really nice aircraft, but the measurement it's very close, very close. Say again, it flies heavy for some reason. It flies very scale, but rather heavy. I don't know why. Also noticed the ailerons in the wrong place. It's almost where the flaps were on the real one, but it flies great. It flies really well. Again, I repainted mine because of the scheme. I didn't like it. It was too glossy. It didn't look quite scale, albeit these aren't meant to be super scale aircraft. I'm not entering the BMFA concourse with this, put it that way. But no, it did remain a scheme because it was very different. Let me show you the other one. If I can grab it with the other hand without cancelling the camera. Pardon the thumb. Yes, the other one. It's a bit RLM green, but it's a bit dark. Again, standard Sonik RC setup. This one actually flies better than that one, and I don't know why. For some reason, that one is very lazy to the left, that one's very lazy to the right. They're still both agile enough, but it just set up. I have no idea why from factory. So nothing's been adjusted. That one's probably a bit out from factory. But other than that, no, these are really great, fun little fighters. Not as good as the Spitfires, I will say, but very, very close. Meshmits are a personal favourite of mine. I prefer Meshmits to the Spitfire. Now it's sacrilegious, but there's just something about the mean-looking beast. I don't know why, especially the email, as it's got the Canon nose to front. For some reason, so it's definitely an email. It'll be about the rear braces for the tailplane, but it's definitely an email. Email, if you wonder what I mean, is a BF109E, E standard with a clip wing. Later ones are the Fs and the Gs, had different nose, different spinners, different wing tips. Very much different aircraft. As for flying, like I said earlier, very scale, put it that way, scale. I fly mine in intermediate mode rather than beginner, because beginner's a little bit easy, even though they're small. Gyro does help, but the intermediate is absolutely perfect. The gyros, it gives you a little bit of help without taking away the flying experience. Again, like I said, on expert mode, these are unflyable. It's all over the place. You need to really trim it. And for some reason on these, trims only work on expert mode, but it doesn't have a model memory. So every single flight you have to retrim it again. So I keep it intermediate and set the trims by manual. So every flight is going to be a good flight. That's the way I see it anyway. Say 8 minutes on the Messerschmitt. For some reason it's really slow. It seems really slow compared to the Spitfire. But again, I think it just seems really draggy. I don't know why. Again, landings, the Messerschmitt's better than the Spitfire. Keep a little bit power on and it glides in ever so nicely. Power off, it doesn't want to tip stall like the Spitfire, but it does want to sort of float a bit, and then it sort of leads to another tip stall, but very slow. Spitfire can be a bit bitey on the landing. Again, keep the power up. If you're used to model planes, you'll be used to it. But as for a beginner warbird, I'd probably go with the Messerschmitt, because it does seem a bit more forgiving, especially on the landing and hand launch. What more can I say? Again, fantastic little planes for the price. These are about the same price, about £100, and it comes all in with the radio minus 4A batteries. Again, I repainted mine. Had hardly any weight to the flying model. But again, like I always said, add nose weight because they need them. If you're at the box, always add a little bit of nose weight, because they all seem to fly not very tail heavy, but too tail heavy for a beginner model sort of thing. I will now, just before I finish the video, add a little teaser to what's next. Now, not many people will know what it is. It's a T-28 Trojan, again by Sonik RC, but completely repainted in Vietnam colours. But that'll be another video. So I hope you enjoy. And that's my take on the Sonik RC, or I think it's E-Sheen or Volantex Messerschmitts. They are superb bits of kit. If you're after a beginner warbird, you can't really go wrong with either Spitfire or Messerschmitt, but I'd say Messerschmitt's probably better, one of the two, to start off on anyway. So I hope you enjoy, guys. Hope you consider subscribing, and I shall see you soon. Cheers, guys. Ta-ra.